like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So it's going to be Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz in a boxing match on the 1st of June in Inglewood. First impressions, first thoughts. Yeah, it should be good. It should be good. Obviously, they had their mixed martial arts fight. UFC 2, I forgot the name. I forgot which one it was. I forgot the number. Anyway, forget about that. But yeah, that was a big pay-per-view though. I did big pay-per-view numbers. Them two fighting now in a boxing match. Well, clearly in that fight in the mixed martial arts, the more agile was Jorge Masvidal, and he had the power, was on his side. Nate has got the endurance. He has the endurance and the accumulated strikes. He can keep going and going and going. I think because due to the power of Masvidal, his gas tank might not be as big as Nate. I could be wrong. He could be training harder for this. On top of that, though, out of the two, we haven't seen Masvidal fight since I think it was the Miami card, I believe it was. He fought in Miami, and he didn't win that. And we haven't seen him since that. And he hasn't really been, he's been doing his thing, obviously promoting fights and stuff like that. Nate's been boxing since that. So he's been the more active out of the two. So I'm not sure how that's going to play a factor into the fight. I'm not going to do I won't do a prediction now. I'll do one closer to the time. But no, it's an interesting fight. I'll watch that. I think the price going is $80. I think $79.99. Apparently it's being promoted by the same company that did Floyd versus Logan Paul. So they're promoting it Fanmoi, something like that. But no, it's going to be interesting. I did want to see them rematch in mixed martial arts. I thought, because obviously Nate was cut, but I wanted to see what happened when he got into the later rounds, but he didn't make it that far. So we'll see what happens. It's an interesting fight. It's going to be an interesting fight. I'm looking forward to it. In the prediction wise, I'm not sure, because as I said, I'll do one more closer to the time. I'll do more of a breakdown. But Nate has been more active than Jorge Masvidal. But saying that, we don't know what he has been doing. Maybe Jorge has been working out in the gym, just not with the cameras on. He's been working in the background, or maybe not. But I will say, obviously, Nate has been the most active, and he's out of the two. Recently, he's been in a boxing match. Jorge Masvidal hasn't. Not saying Nate's going to win, but it's just a few factors to think about. But it's going to be a good fight. I'll be watching, and I'll do a post-fight and a prediction closer to the time. It's on June the 1st in Inglewood. What's your thoughts on it? What's your thoughts on the fight? How do you feel about these two fighting in boxing, not mixed martial arts? Do you think it's going to be a good fight? Will you be watching as well? Sooner or later, I might do a live soon where I'm going to be watching the fights live. It could be WWE, UFC fights as well, AEW. No, in fact, it will be WWE, because we don't get AEW live over here. So it'll be WWE or UFC. I'll be watching it live, so you can watch live with me and we can talk about it. But yeah, what is your thoughts?